Well, what's happening right now in Albany is a critical time. The governor has laid out his blueprints for the beginning of a budget cycle for 2013. He's guaranteeing an early budget, an on-time budget. And now what we do is go to hearings and really find out the meat and potatoes behind the blueprints. And everything that has to do with the state of New York, every time we implement new legislation, there's a cost to it. So we here in Albany keep putting that cart before the horse, creating legislation and saying there's no impact at home. You know, we just went through a very rough week last week with gun bills that, so many people are furious about. They cannot understand the message of necessity, the governor's power to bring legislation so quickly, how this could be passed if it's unconstitutional. There's so many questions. Well, the real question is, now we're setting up a state trooper, the state police, we're going to have a database for all our gun permits. Well, again, this is a cost, more manpower, and again, when it's talking about the budget and how we're going to spend state money that comes into Albany, we should be talking about education, the roads, fixing bridges, making sure that people live in a community that the infrastructure is doing great. We already created here a new piece of legislation, and we're already talking about funding it. So what we do is just go from page to page to page and don't address the beginning issues. And then we expect our local municipalities and our school districts to come in and pay for the cost. We go through hearings now, and now we're hearing the real consequences of school aid. What is 4% across the board going to do in my school district? And what we do is we go to our schools, we listen to our school boards, we find out if they are trying to save money. It could be from transportation and saving the cost. Does the state recognize that they're doing, trying so very hard to save money, but they're not getting rewarded to saving the money? So it's just figuring out a different formula and trying to not base every school district and municipality on a cookie cutter. Every school district and every municipality should be handled differently due to the economic troubling times that those have, the based income on families. There's so much more that we have to do to make sure that people can stay here in New York. So again, it's the next few weeks of having a budget on time, a lean and a mean budget for 2013.